This lesson will focus on breaking down complex objects into one of the basic shapes I've covered previously. Let's take this tequila bottle for example. What kind of shapes does it consist of? You can say it consists of a rectangle, better yet a large cylinder for the body. The neck of the bottle can be viewed as a smaller cylinder and the top part is circle-like shape. Let's take a look at figs. What kind of shapes do you see? I see cylinder shapes when it's not cut into pieces. When the figs are cut, it looks more like a triangle with cylinder shape for its stem. Another example would be a house. This one is much easier to distinguish shape-wise because it's geometrical in nature and not organic in shape. The roof would be a triangle and the body would be rectangle. The same is for the doors and windows. They are rectangular shapes. Let's look at more complex shapes such as human body. The principles are still the same. Look at the arm for an example. It's basically two cylinders. The palm area is more of a rectangle and fingers are cylindrical once again. Let's take a look at her hips. You can say it reminds you of a skewed rectangle and butt cheeks are oval shapes. Her torso is pretty much the same, skewed rectangle. Joints can be considered to be circular shapes. The neck is cylindrical while the head is oval or a circle. One more complex subject, let's take a look at the tree. Start off by defining the main shape of a tree. Once you do that, start separating it into masses. Every big area that's covered by light will be one mass, and shadows will be the separator between each big mass. When you're painting a tree from a reference, I want you to think of big masses, which are those that get direct sunlight, and the shadows as a separation between shapes. So when you paint, you can paint light and shadows and then later start focusing on smaller shadow areas. What I mean by this is you paint large shapes, shadow shapes, and smaller highlights and or shadow areas without actually trying to focus on each and every single leaf there is. So it's basically suggestive. And that's what the majority of traditional paintings are. Unless you're really going for the realism, then you would have to start painting every single leaf.